So I had recorded a video which went through maybe a bit of preamble about the NHL series and then got into NHL hockey, but the audio was kind of messed up, and so I'm just gonna redo it. And I think my focus really is just setting up the PC version, the DOS version of NHL hockey, which essentially is NHL 94, right? It's missing some features from the console versions of NHL 94, including auto line changes. It's missing the expansion teams, manual goalie. It does have one timers, um, but it's also got a season mode, which is like the big attraction. Um, so yeah, so let me go quickly over setting this up. So first thing is I downloaded the portable version of Dosbox staging. And by the way, I have these games physically all, right? I actually on my desk I have like Genesis 92 to 94. I've got NHL 94 for Super Nintendo. I've got 94, 95 PC on my desk. So I have all of these. You can go figure out how to obtain these digitally, whatever. It's not that hard. But I like to go from the original disk images to install the game rather than like the uh, like cracked or installed versions. Just so that I know it's like the original version untouched. So I downloaded DOSBox staging. I set up a config file, and this is what I did in the last video. The important stuff is you want to put these, if you want to use your Xbox controller, you got to use these settings. Otherwise, it's gonna try to, you're gonna be able to control like two joysticks with one controller, which you don't want. So this is the way so that you can use, and I'm assuming I could assume, hook up a second Xbox controller and it would work as the second joystick. I haven't tested that, but I'm assuming that. But I can have it work as the first joystick. Um, Other thing is you want integer scaling off. And I should talk about DOSBox staging. I think it's the best version of DOSBox because it it's the most accurate to how DOS looks and behaves compared to the other DOS boxes. Like just vanilla DOSBox is like super old now. It doesn't properly like do VSync on original DOSBox, and then DOSBox X is super cool. Has a lot of convenience features, and it's actually easier to use in many ways. But it does this one like ugly thing with its font, and the configuration stuff is kind of confusing. So this is like a simpler way. So what I did is I created this DOSBox-staging.conf in the DOSBox staging folder, and so I added these settings that I came to. I'm not sure if this stuff is important. It might, probably not. Maybe it might be useful for NHL 95. I still don't know. Probably not. But you definitely need the joystick settings. You need this integer scaling setting so that it'll fill the screen. Um, yes, like it's got like a default shader on, which it mimics the look of a double scan look for VGA games on a CRT, right? So I guess it kind of messes it up a little bit by turning off integer scaling, but honestly, it's not that noticeable. It looks fine. Um, yeah, you need these CPU settings so the game actually runs well. And actually, last time I installed it uh, without these set, so it's actually much slower. So I anticipate the installer to go much faster now. Okay, and then we'll get into the actual installing of the game. So I'm gonna blow away my C drive. I created this C folder, and then that's what gets mounted in this auto exec section. So you want to do that. You want to create a C folder somewhere and then mount C to whatever that folder is. Um, and yeah, so yeah, and I just go to C drive just so that it's on C drive after it gets mounted. Um, and so now we're ready to install. So the one thing, I'll actually add this other line too. So this is to mount the images, the disk images. Let me just add it, and I'll comment it out after we install it. But this is for installing the game. So this is like c:\mu /portable /NHL94 disk star.img minus t floppy. And so you'll want to one thing is you need the disks with like numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, so that it's in that order and so that you can easily switch between disks with a hotkey, which you need to do the installation. And it will say here, I think it's Control F4. Let's see. Yeah, it's I had this whole conversation with Grok to figure out all the settings. Um, yeah, okay, so that says when I install, hit Control F4 to switch between disks. Okay, so I've got the disks set up, and now I'm going to run Dosbox staging. Okay, so a colon, I need to go to a colon, dir, and setup. A colon is where the floppy drives would be a colon or b colon, and then the hard drive would be c colon. Sound option. So you'll want to select Sound Blaster. You might think Roland MT32 is the way to go, but it's not, unfortunately, because the MT32 support in NHL hockey is not uh, properly implemented. Like they only implemented like the MIDI music through MT32, and then like the digitized speech just doesn't exist uh, on an the DOS version of NHL hockey with MT32 enabled, which is dumb. The way it should be is that you can select both the Sound Blaster and MT32 at the same time, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they ran out of time or what. And then with the NHL95, which we might get into, um, uh, with the NHL95, what they do is they add support for Gravis. So they don't fix the MT32 support, but Gravis Ultrasound actually is the way to play NHL95, which I didn't really figure out until recently. Okay, so I hit enter already, and so now it's asking for disk 2, so I hit Control F4, and then and actually you can see on the DOSBox status window, disk 2 of 4 now active. So I hit enter, then I hit Control F4, disk 3 of 4 now active, and enter, Control F4, hit that. So now it's installing. This is way faster than the last time I installed it because I hadn't set up the CPU speed properly at that time. So it's going way faster now. It's already done. Okay, exit. Okay, so we're done. So we can actually X out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable full screen mode. And then I'm going to comment out the floppy disk thing and then enable the auto running of the game, right? So okay, so let's do that, and then we will actually be playing NHL94 for DOS, aka NHL Hockey. Okay, so you need to do if you're using a controller, you need to use the left analog to calibrate. There we go.
EA Sports presents NHL Hockey.
Good old Ron Barr. Okay, and so the UI in this game is like radically different, right? Radically different than the other consoles. Um, but the big thing in this game that's different is it's got a league mode. So you can just start a league. And yeah, so they didn't have expansion teams in this, whereas in the console versions, like was it Florida and Anaheim? But in the console versions, they did. I think in the PC version, why they might have not have cared is because the game was designed to follow the 92-93 season for the season mode. That being said, they could have thrown in the new teams anyways and allowed you to use them for the random. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know if they ran out of disk space. Maybe that could have been it too. Maybe they ran out of disk space. They're like, we're based on the 92-93 season, so who cares? And also maybe they thought, oh, it gives us a selling point for the next game. I don't know. Custom NHL teams. So the thing that I don't understand is why this is even an option, because I don't know how you can actually customize your teams. Um, that's interesting because the game. Let me see if I can exit out of this. The game doesn't let you. It's interesting. There's import databases. Oh, okay. So this game, the league mode also has a feature where you can export. You can have multiple players, and you can play across different computers. Everyone playing with their own copy, and basically you can from the master computer, you can export teams to disks, and then you can import them. So if you don't have a league, you import them from the disk, right? But yeah, like I'm wondering because there's no way to actually modify a team in this game. I wonder if it was like a late cut from the game. Let's see, new league. Yeah, so let me just create a league. Because if I do custom, what does it even do? I don't know. Um, okay, so I'm gonna pick a team. I can also pick the league settings. So I want 5-minute periods. And then done. Okay. And so then once you're in the league, you can trade players. Uh, but I don't understand what the custom roster thing was. Like, because I don't even know how to customize the rosters. The only thing you can do maybe is edit lines. That's the only thing I could think of is that maybe you can use your edited lines. Um, okay, so we can play a league game. So I just am gonna pick the last game in the season, I think, because then I wanna start the playoffs, assuming we make the playoffs.
Tonight from Madison Square
Okay.
Garden in New York, EA Sports presents the game between the Washington Capitals and the New York Rangers.
So one thing that's different in this game is that you actually have four lines instead of three, and the defense lines are separated from the forward lines, which is nice. Okay.
Here are tonight's lineups.
So you'll notice the player jerseys are more detailed. They actually have the logos on them. They have the right striping on them compared to the console version. Um, the logo on the ice, I don't remember if they do the logo properly on the console version with it sideways. Um, so the game resolution is different. Uh, this game runs at 320 by 200, which is a standard VGA resolution. Um, Although the frame rate, I think I think while the VGA mode was normally 70 hertz, I this might be running at 35 frames a second instead of 60. I'm not sure. I think it might be half frame rate. Because this game was designed for 386 to run on 386 computers, right, which are like really slow. So I'm not even sure when it came out if computers could have run it, except maybe the most top of the line. I'm not sure if computers were even available to run this game at 60 frames a second. What else can we do? Okay, so it's got the referee, which is different than the console versions. Um, yeah, the center ice logo. I don't know if the console versions did it sideways and tried to be more realistic. There's also other configurations of the center ice art, um, because like some teams might have the team logo like more in different spots in the neutral zone, which is what they back then. That's what some teams did do is they put the logos like where now you'll see like the ads go. Sometimes the team logos would go in those spots. There's a rink
Washington
announcer,
penalty to number 34, 2 minutes for
which is
tripping
pretty
at
cool.
3 minutes
You
and
can
41 seconds.
hit the tab button and you see player numbers for all of the players, which is really cool. So you know who's who, right? In this like really primitive, like nowadays, like the players have the numbers on the back,
1 minute
and
left
you
in
might
the
even be able
period.
to tell by like I don't know, like player size and player, different attributes of the player. But here, the only way to tell who's who is by enabling this, which it does clutter the screen a little bit, but it's also like super nice. If you do want to know like who's who and care at that level of detail, you can. The last game I played in that video, I recorded that did not go well. Actually, I won like 7-0. So
Here are the
I'm
scoring
actually
summaries of
surprised
the
I have
first
not scored
period.
yet, but we'll see. Um, yeah, so this game actually brings over the 70 pieces of music that NHL 94 for the consoles had. They had like a bunch of music. So this one has that feature as well. It's interesting that the ice is still like blue here, which I believe is blue on Sega Genesis mainly because of the limited color palette. Like to do white ice, you need more shades of color than the 3-bit color that Genesis provides to do it well. You can do it, but I don't think like the nice shading on the lights, the reflection of the ice does not look as nice due to the 3-bit color, which is why they use blue because you could do like a light blue, a lighter blue, and then white to kind of mimic an even lighter blue, right? Which is what you can't do with gray. What ends up happening is um, if you try to do white ice, is the gray part of the main ice. It ends up being too dark like that. It's hard to describe without showing it. But so in NHL 95, they actually decide, hey, wait, we have the colors to do it in this version, so
1
they
minute
actually make
left
the
in the
ice white
period.
in NHL 95. Oh no! I'm actually losing this game. I was destroying it.
Washington goal scored by number
In the last
19,
game.
assisted by number 34 and number 21.
score a goal. This is kind of rough. He's probably up 5-0 in the last game right now. I do wonder if there's like a little bit of randomization on like how good the other team plays.
Here's
Perhaps.
the scoring summary for the second period.
So there's no highlights. That's interesting. They don't have the highlights, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe they do pop up, but I haven't seen them in the games I've played so far. But I know NHL95 does have that. NHL95 for PC basically adds in all the missing features, almost all the missing features from 94, and also the additional
Rangers goal scored by number 21, assisted
with the
by number
exception of
34.
auto line changes and manual goalie, and also 4-player play. Those are like the 3 things that don't happen until NHL 96. Which is kind of lame when you think about it. Well, 4-player play, maybe they thought they could have done 4-player play because this game supported 4 different inputs. Supported
Rangers penalty to number 4,
keyboard,
2
mouse,
minutes
and 2
for
joysticks.
roughing at
So
1
there was no
minute
reason
and
why
7 seconds.
in this game or in 95 PC they couldn't have supported that. Maybe they thought, oh, no one's ever going to do that. But that's lame. They should have supported it. I mean, they supported it in 96, right? Yeah, it's weird because 95 ends up being like almost like a special edition of NHL 94, right? Everything's like slightly better.
Rangers goal scored by number 11, assisted by number 34.
One reason I like using Dosbox staging is by default. It has the aspect ratio for this game set correctly. A lot of videos out there, one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video is because a lot of videos out there don't like have this game running in the proper aspect ratio. So I wanted to do that. It's like, this is actually how the game is. So I think I started to talk about the resolution, but the resolution of this game is 320 by 200, whereas the console versions run at 256 by 240. I know there's something like people say it's 224, but it's 240p, right? Like, even if those lines on the overflow of the TV don't display, just in terms of aspect ratio, it renders as a 256 by 240 image. And so what they do is they adjust the rink size to account for that, so that the rink generally takes the same space and moves at the same speed, I guess. I think that's what they try to do. Is that the rink, to try to keep the rink the same dimensions, is they make the rink wider and
1 minute left
shorter on this version, because the resolution is wider and shorter. And so if you notice, like, oh, forward, come on, jump. Let's do a one-timer. Oh, come on. I've been doing one-timers, which is in this game. Better not let one in right now. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Alright, at least that makes
Washington goal scored by number 8.
Yeah, the one thing I was saying
12,
the last
and
video I
number
recorded
32.
that I ended up not posting because of bad audio was this game generally is too easy. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm not trying hard enough right now.
Here's the scoring summary for the third period.
I remember for 95, I made a change to make the rosters make the goalies much tougher and the defense much faster. Oh my god. Oh!
scored by number 22, assisted by number 8. Tonight's EA Sport first star from the Rangers, number 22.
So, one thing is, this is backwards.
Tonight,
it should be
EA
third
Sport
star,
second
second
star
star,
from
first
the
star.
Rangers, number
First,
21.
second, third. I think they fit that NHL95. I think, I could be wrong.
Tonight's EA Sport third star from the Rangers, number 11.
Here's the scoring summary for the game.
Alright, so let's see what happens now. Updating schedule. Okay, so now I need to do... Oh! Does it have the standings? Or do I need to do the merge thing? No, my season standings. Okay, so because it has this support for exporting teams, it has this weird like merge league file, which we never understood like when we were kids. Like what is all this? It's super complicated. But I think what you need to do is merge and update, or maybe even just update. Oh yeah, it says it has to be merged, so merge and update. See if it crashes. Wow, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. I guess it's doing the full season sim, right? Okay, let's see what happened. Um, did I make the playoffs or not? This is it's okay, so this is before Eastern Western, right? So I think it was divisional playoffs still, right? So I think I did make the playoffs. Oh yeah, and you can kind of go in. So they've got the player images full color, which is kind of nice. Um, yeah, I was trying to see. I think I made the playoffs and I'm facing Washington again, which is kind of lame if that's the case. Yeah, wow. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't let you just say, "Oh, let me just go to the last game." So you actually have to play through the whole series. Um, okay, so that is NHL 94.
I'm Ron Barr for EA Sports. Good night, everyone.
Okay, so now what if we want to do NHL 95? How do I mount a CD ISO in Dosbox staging? So I assume I'm gonna have to. Oh, sorry. Let me go to the folder I was using. So I'm gonna have to mount this ISO. What? Why is Grok not working? Is Grok dead? Let me refresh. Oh wow, Grok is out. Okay, so I can just search this DOSBox mount CD ISO. Okay, so let's do that. So I am just gonna do this. Mount D colon, but it's gonna be updated to my ISO file. And then I'm gonna comment out running the game because I need to install it, obviously. So let's do that. Okay, let's go into DOSBox staging. Let's run you. Okay, so D:, and once again, I'll need to run install. So minimum recommended on a modern computer doesn't matter anymore. I'll just do recommended for the hell of it. I want to install it to C. Because we already installed NHL94, we need to change the directory, right? So I'm going to change to Hockey95. It probably should have done that by default. I guess they thought no one's going to want to have both 94 and 95 installed, but still, like, it's kind of silly. And then, yeah, just kind of like some weird stuff, but who cares? All right. Okay, so this is interesting. I want to set up Gravis Ultrasound because ultrasound is actually the way to play this game. Now, the thing is, I don't know if I've set up Gravis Ultrasound on Dosbox before, so we're gonna have to figure this out. So let's see. I don't think it's just gonna work out of the box. I think I need to do something. I need to install like the Gravis Ultrasound. So this is actually really unfortunate that Croc is not working right now. Okay, let's do this. DOSBox staging Gravis Ultrasound. Okay. I think I do have some Gravis Ultrasound files here. Gus 411. Are these different disks? They are. Okay. How do I actually set it up? Okay, that. Okay, so I need to install this. So the thing, oh, this is like, are you back, Rock? Let's see. How do I set up Gravis Ultrasound on DOSBox staging? This is brutal. IMG. Okay, how about this? The one thing I need to also do is this floppy disk thing. I think I need to install it, but the format is super weird. Uh, so I need to figure out how to do that. Floppy disk, DOSBox, staging, or IMG mount maybe. Uh, Mounting a floppy drive. I need to see mounting a folder. So I wonder if I can do that. So, uh, mount a /mu /portable. I also do have the Gravis ultrasound files, but I don't know if they would work without an installation. Gus 411, Gus 411A. Oh, this is brutal because I have to do it. This might be better to do in the config, right? Let's do that. Mount a /mu /portable. Gus 411. Oh, Gus underscore 411. Gus 411A. And then I need to repeat this. B, C, D, E, F. B, C, D. I don't know if this is going to work or not. And then, is it going to let me do it as a floppy? -T floppy. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, and I need to keep the NHL95 mounted as well. Okay, let's try it. If not, we'll go without Gravis ultrasound for now, I guess. Okay. Okay, so it worked. Okay, so dir. Let's install ultrasound software. Con scan. Okay. So I think I need to do something to set. Oh, I need Grok. This sucks. This sucks so bad. Maybe ChatGPT can help me. Um, Stay logged out for now. Okay. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to set up Gravis ultrasound on Dosbox staging. I do have the Gus 411 installation floppies mounted. It will not install because let's see what the error message is. Because it says installation. Oh, I just need to. There we go. That's better. Cannot determine the ultrasound card type installed. This is usually caused by a base port conflict. Tells me to run conscan.exe. When I do, it says, okay, so let's run conscan, and then let me, says 240, 250, and 260 CM safe for a max base Gus. Okay. Okay, so there we go. All right. Okay, so let's configure this guy for Gus. Okay, and then I also need to add this as well. Okay, and then Oops, it did not. Yeah, okay. So now I go, and let me go into windowed mode because I want to see the disk switching stuff too. Okay. C colon, ultrasound. Okay, so control F4. It's not switching. Okay, so that thing I did with the switch is not working. Okay, I need to ask ChatGPT that too. Okay, so I have Gus files in multiple subfolders. I tried mounting it like this, but doesn't seem like it recognized other folders as other floppies. When I hit Control plus F4, it doesn't swap disks. Oh, this works fine? But it's not gonna. I think ChatGPT is wrong. Um, okay, let me quickly see on the side if I can find the right files. Huh. I wonder if I in the zip format. Uh, what if they are zipped? Can I use IMG mount with that? Okay, I need to see if I can get this in IMG format. Okay, I found it. Let me just grab this. Okay, so let's do this. So this guy, so again, you can kind of find that on your own if you want to. Um, so let's create a new folder, just Gus. Let's stick these into there. Okay, and then instead of this one, we'll do something similar to this, right? Which is portable Gus and this star.img. Okay, So let's restart Dosbox staging and oh, we should delete the partial install because that'll probably mess things up. So let's restart Dosbox staging. Okay, a colon. And then install. And let me go into windowed mode as well. All right, perfect. Hopefully this doesn't ask for disk 7. Oh no. Great. Oh, it's the wrong disk for disk 6. That's crazy. All the other disks worked. Why would disk 6 be the wrong one? Do I have WinImage? I might be able. I wonder if I can just create a disk. I don't have WinImage. Let me see if I can find the right disks. This sucks. Okay, interesting. There is. Okay, there's an ultrasound disk. Let me grab it and see if this is the right one. It's from 1994, so it'd be the correct era for NHL 94. I imagine this should work better than using these. That's weird though. I could have sworn. I guess maybe it was with DOSBox X. I'd installed it. Um, let's see. Okay, so this is the ultrasound CD now that I have. Okay, and so let me extract this to here. And so then I just need to see how do I use IMG mount to mount a bin/Q. Okay, so I need to mount IMG mount. Okay, so let's get rid of this Gus floppy stuff and let's call the NHL95 for now because we need to install the ultrasound drivers. So ultra snd cd dot q minus t cd-rom. Okay. Okay, and then let me delete. Whoa, I don't know what that is. Let's delete those. And then let's run staging and see what happens. Okay, D::dir. Okay, install. I assume it's gonna be install. Ultrasound Max A software. That's probably the one I want to install. Yeah, perfect. There's a CD version. It's 411, which, as far as I know, is like the best or latest version as well. Okay, perfect. And then everything gets installed. Microsoft Windows. I don't have Windows, so that doesn't matter. No. That's fine. I think it installed what I needed it to install. Okay. So now let's go back and mount NHL95 and run NHL95 and see what happens. Oh, right. So this is going to be CD Hockey 95 now, right? My controller was off. Okay. Sound's working. But let me restart because my controller was off. And I'm just going to try to do this quickly because I gotta go soon. I always thought this intro was cool. So one of the big differences in NHL 95 is all of the front end presentation is in Super VGA 640 by 480 instead of 320 by 200. They've got the CD quality music from the Sega CD version. The movie is not as big as the Sega CD one. I guess they're trying to take into account some slower computers, I guess. And then I think it'll pop into a demo of a game, yeah. So, which again, like this looks now, the frame rate is way smoother. It's running, I think, at 70 frames a second. Otherwise, the game is. Oh, and okay, there you go, shot block. So there's new animations now as well. Let's get into this. Okay, so I need to calibrate the joystick, which actually the 94 does a bit. It's smarter. The first thing you do is calibrate the joystick. And now we got the nice music. Okay. So yeah, so in this one, it's got central registry, so you can actually create players, edit lines, but then also trade and do free agent stuff as well. Okay. And also the music is cool because it's got all these little music diddy touches, which are like variations of this, which was on the console version of 94 is like the intermission music, but they kind of use this music all through the UI in different ways, which is cool. So let's do a new league. So again, it's 93, 94 season or random. And so this makes sense because now I can do like my own rosters. Or I can do original. I almost think in 94 it was a feature they didn't finish and they cut out. Okay, and so now you've got this these music touches. You know, it's interesting. I always found the graphics because they've got these logos, but they're almost with some of them they're almost doing like a pixel art style. Like the Leafs, definitely. On the Kings, it doesn't look as much like a pixel art style. Like the scaling is kind of messed up. Seems like all of these could be done either it's like when they're doing the pixel art style right, it looks really good. And when they're doing it wrong, it looks kind of bad. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so let's pick Rangers. League settings, we only want 5-minute periods. All right, so we're gonna do the next league game. So in a lot of ways, you can see it's similar, and again, it's got the nice music touch. We got Boston game one. Let's see if we go to the end of the season. Sure, let's play a game against the Flyers.
Tonight from Madison Square Garden in New York, EA Sports presents the game between the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Rangers.
So I was just going into line changes. You can see, again, it's similar setup to 94, except it's a higher res screen again. It's actually cool that they're bring these like the jersey definitions or the jersey, I don't know what you call it, the palettes for the jerseys, and they bring them in high res. So that's like kind of cool, like to see it and see the numbers as well on the back of the jerseys. Which I guess 94 also had as well.
Here are tonight's lineup.
All right. So we're playing with Gravis Ultrasound, I think, right? Yeah. This is Gravis Ultrasound. Okay. So I usually actually have not played this game with Gravis Ultrasound. I think it was only recently I realized, oh, Gravis Ultrasound is actually the premium like audio experience for this game. Because again, it was always like, oh, I wish MT32 they had actually, which they didn't fix in this one either. I wish they had made the MT32 version properly, so that had digitized sound effects. But yeah, more recently I realized, oh, actually, Gravis Ultrasound is the one because like all of the games that focused on playing with a controller, like the sports games and games like Mortal Kombat, they had good integration with Gravis peripherals, right? Which includes the sound cards. So like Mortal Kombat for DOS, or Mortal Kombat 2, for example, I think Gravis Ultrasound might be actually the best way to play that game. And like,
Rangers goal scored by number 32, assisted by number 27.
a lot of people lament how, or at least I would, and some people do that. Hey, Mortal Kombat 1 and 3 have had DOS versions which use CD music, but Mortal Kombat 2 never had a. It came out on CD, but it was a combo with Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, and only Mortal Kombat 1 used CD music, not 2. So a lot of people lamented that, but if you actually play it with Gravis Ultrasound, it's not exactly like the arcade version in terms of music, but it gets pretty close. Oh wow. I've not heard like this music in this quality before. That's cool. It's still not as good as the Sega CD version. And it's funny, like there totally was enough space on the CD for them to just use the Sega CD music. I don't know why they didn't do it.
Rangers goal scored by number 23, assisted by number 36.
Because for 96 they completely eliminate all of like the MIDI music and it's purely digital for 96. And they
1
totally
minute
could have
left
done
in the
that with
period.
this game.
number 13.
Let's see if they have highlights.
Here is the scoring summary for the first period.
No highlights. I mean,
And now, back
there's
to the
definitely
game.
highlights that happen. Maybe you have to be playing an exhibition game for it to give you highlights, because maybe they never did the integration properly with season mode and highlights.
Assisted by number 35.
I um I remember this gradient on the ice actually bothered me. Like, I always wondered why they did the gradient. Like, it kind of made the ice look a little messy. I could be wrong, but I don't think this game uses full 8-bit color. I know for the player jerseys it doesn't, right? Like, it's not as limited as 3-bit color. I think it might be 5-bit color. I don't know if the ice rink has that same limitation, but it might. And which would explain why the gradients don't look as smooth as they should. And why they probably shouldn't have done it. It's so funny that they moved to gray ice, but they never updated the shadows of the players. The shadows of the players should have also been updated to be gray to make sense. Or at least less bluish. Like, it could have been a little bit bluish, but it's like way too. It fits better. Player shadows fit better in NHL 94 than in this game.
Penalty to number 23. 2 minutes for tripping at 4:09.
You know what's interesting? I am hearing like weird uh, audio feedback or noise in the audio. I don't know if it's just like the Dosbox emulation isn't perfect, or the ultrasound emulation isn't perfect, or if the sound files actually like weren't clean and had some of this noise in it. Because like right now it sounds fine, like without.
Here's the scoring summary for the second period.
Even now it sounds fine. But in game you get some like
Now,
weird
back
sound
to the
artifacts. I almost think I never had to use the one-timer because it's so easy just to go in and deke. At least against the computer. So I've obviously never compared the games side to side, but I think they slowed down the skating in this game compared to 94 uh, or 93 even, right?
Rangers goal scored by number 28.
Because I assume they're trying to make it more of a sim experience.
Rangers goal scored by number 36.
Oh, penalty.
Rangers penalty to number 27.
I don't
2
know
minutes
if we've
for
seen it,
no
but
goal
sometimes
at
in the
2:37.
scoreboard they show animations, which I think was new to 95. I don't know if 94 ever did it. Maybe it did it like rarely. Oh, that was my bad.
Philadelphia goal scored by number 42. One minute left in the period.
Oh, come on, that was a clean check.
Rangers penalty to
Come
number
on.
12. 5 minutes for
5 minutes.
at
Oh,
4:38.
wow. Oh.
EA Sports third star
Yeah, they
from the
fixed it.
Rangers, number 9.
Never made sense that it was first star, second star, and third star.
EA Sports second star from the Rangers, number 32.
First star, Messier.
EA Sports first
Anderson.
star
I wasn't
from
even
the
paying attention
Rangers,
to the score
number
sheet.
36.
Here's the scoring summary for the game.
So they do other things in exhibition mode. They do highlights between periods, and they also do this thing where they show like some random like real world highlights at the end of the game. Okay, we'll simulate just for curiosity, or do the merge and update and see what the playoffs look like, just for fun. Okay, so we made the playoffs. Florida? This is hilarious. Florida 105 points. Anaheim 94. So what's going on? Clearly overestimated these teams. Do they have the right rosters? Yeah, Van Diesbroek is there. I guess obviously they would have had the right rosters because they had a whole year to get it right. So this season, I think they used conference playoff matchups. So if I went to next league game, would it still give me the calendar or would it go into the playoff? Okay, so it still give me the calendar. That's interesting. I wonder if there's let me see. Does it show the playoff? Oh, okay, yeah, so it does show the playoff series. That's cool. Okay, yeah, I think that's it for now. But I just want to make a video about these games because, like, I don't think there are that many good videos about these games. Alright.